the modern like Western man, like in America or Western Europe or whatever, is insanely fucking wasteful. So yeah, it's probably true that like we can't have 10 billion people on Earth all eating hamburger every single day. You know, we do have like finite. It is kind of crazy how to conservatives the idea of a finite world of resources actually is a conspiracy theory. Like, for all of human history, humans have had to operate on some understanding of the limitations of nature. You can only hunt so much. You can only forage so much. Like, there are limits. You can only fish so much. Humans, for basically all time, understood this. And it is only this very, very, very modern post-industrial society that can literally just, like, pretend that's not a thing, you know? Like, like that's very very much a new thing. Yeah, and the funny thing is, the only systems that actually do provide limitless energy, like solar or wind or whatever, are the ones conservatives don't give a fuck about, you know? They are obsessed not only with pretending that all resources are infinite, but also only in using the finite ones. Oh, sure, Archrave, but I don't think that means we didn't have an acknowledgement of the system. After all, if like tribal villages would like forage everything nearby or like burn the woods because they don't care, you know, like they knew it would fuck them over. The modern man, especially in the West, is so alienated from the ways in which their fucking dinner, you know, meal, what their food comes to them. They can't even comprehend the idea of scarcity anymore, you know? I'm not saying that, like, indigenous people were all, like, druids, one with the wind or whatever, just that there is, like, a very fundamental brain damage. Easter Islanders chopping down all forests now. Didn't they do that for, like, religious reasons? People are trying to counterexample me. What I'm saying is fundamentally correct. The idea of people literally believing all resources are infinite. This is a modern thing, okay? Like, you had to engage in, like, practices of sustainability at a level of consumption and harvesting beforehand, because if you didn't, then these systems would fall apart within a matter of months. Like, there had to be some engagement with it. But nowadays, like, who do you know who works in the fishing industry, right? Like, maybe the people who work in these industries know, but it seems like the Conservative Party, you know, the entire right wing, like, operates on a politically mandated belief that resources are infinite. North Africa used to have. I am not arguing. What, guys? I am not. Okay, you're all getting bans. You're all getting bans. At no point did I say pre-modern civilizations did not have like issues with sustainability. I didn't say that. You think I said that, but I didn't say that. I hate all of you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get out of here. Come back tomorrow. Why? I literally said. All right. Moving on. I don't think modern people literally believe resources are infinite. No. No, you guys don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. There are a lot of conservatives who literally do not think that fossil fuels are finite. There's a conspiracy theory that's gained popularity that the idea that the earth just produces oil. Because keep in mind, a lot of these people are religious nut jobs, and they think that the earth was given to them by God. So the idea is, if God exists, gave us the earth for its resources, and also that God can do whatever, because it's God, you know, why would there be a finite amount of oil or coal? Like, they don't think that the amount of oil or coal in the earth is dictated by some, like, biological process 100 million years ago. They think it's a resource given to us by God that we could access once we had the ability to, you know? It took humanity a while to figure out how to use it. And now we, you know, and now we can, and it's infinite, you know? It all comes from the ground. Infinite from the ground. There's like a big well of it, you know? And it's infinite. While it is true that organic matter gets transformed into oil or natural gas, that process takes forever and we're extracting it way too fast for it to replenish, I think. No, it will never be made again. My understanding is that it's either oil or coal, I forget which one, but the biological, like, the compost composition of the layers of the earth, literally, there will never be any more again. Is it coal that I'm thinking of? It's done. I mean, we can wait 50 trillion years for a drop of oil more. Why? Because the time period that we're getting our coal from was a time period with much higher levels of oxygen and much more rich foliage. The world used to be blanketed in, like, megafauna, plants that stretched across the world. You know, the planet would have looked very green from space. And that, like, era, that, like, epoch of history, it just isn't the case anymore. And it probably never will be again, because it was the product of, like, geological forces, you know? Megaflora? Did I say megafauna? Well, I guess technically megafauna too, yeah, but megaflora is what I meant to say. It's actually slightly different. Don't care. Not just that, another important element is that the fungi of decomposition processes hadn't evolved yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now the planet has decomposition fungi or microorganisms or whatever that can break down stuff to keep it from turning into coal, but they didn't back then. So there will literally never be coal again, unless not in a human timescale at least. So we're like, that's it. The coal that we found on the surface, that was it. That was the only coal on Earth's surface ever, forever. You know, I hope after the Great Reset, humanity rediscovers solar panels because we're not getting fossil fuels a second time. You ever think about that? That if humanity kicks the bucket, but like some survivors make it through the other side, they're not getting fossil fuels. They can get hydroelectric. You know, they can get solar if they can figure it all out. They'll have to figure it out. Good luck. The rare earth minerals, we're not finding those anymore, you know? Stuff like that. Pretty difficult. There's always wood. Yeah, but, you know, wood's, you know, there's a reason we moved to coal. How are they going to make the choo-choo trains? So what you're saying is we should burn down the forest to make charcoal? Well, charcoal and coal aren't the same thing, but I mean, if you want to, I guess. For fun. Imagine being a human-like species on a planet without accessible coal or oil, and how much that would set back development. I'm really like kind of pissing into the wind here. I don't know for sure. Nobody does. But I am also like a dumbass, so who knows? My guess would be that even without access to rare earth minerals or to fossil fuels, we would still be able to eventually reach a decent level of technological development. There's some stuff I don't know if we'd ever figure out, like silicon computer chip. I mean, there are some, I feel like there are points where we might have difficulty, but as long as you have iron and wood, and we'll always have iron and wood, because iron is functionally limitless, the planet's made out of it. Like, it's not that hard to find iron. Even if, you know, you can find bacteria that have iron in the surface. That's what that YouTube channel does, Primitive Technology. Coal is needed for advanced metalworking. You can get you can get steel furnaces hot enough with wood. It's possible. It's not easy, and you need good insulation and a lot of wood, but it's doable. It would be a lot harder, but it's doable. How do we get that insulation? I don't fucking know. What am I, a fucking tech guy? Go find a YouTube. I'm sure there's like a YouTube video on it, you know? You can, Vaush. The problem is the cost. You can't have skyscrapers under those conditions. Fucking good. I hope the next civilization that rises up after this one just ditches that and everything gets to go back to what God intended for us. 3-story brick row houses, okay? Fuck yes. Nothing on Earth should be taller than the height limit in DC. You will eat the bugs. Yeah. DC is so pretty, man. Everything in DC has the height limit. Somebody said it's not because of security. They said it's actually because of aesthetics. This is a CG render. I don't know why, but it looks like this. Everything looks like this. It's all like 5, 6, 7 stories tall. Thereabouts. But it's like all of DC is like this. At least the center part of DC that's near the White House and Capitol building and stuff. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, like this. Ain't that nice? I mean, you can build up to this height without steel. Isn't DC super gay? Super gay. Yeah. Here's it from above. Look at that. That's some like classic European style city planning right there. Can you imagine cities being designed by something other than what's next to the interstate highway that we're building it next to? Can you imagine? Can you fathom the idea of somebody saying, this will be the town square. We will build a radial wheel out from it, and they just do it? There's the Washington Monument over there. Anyway, all we need to do for the entire world to look like this is for all of us to die out so the next civilization builds stuff like this out of brick and stone, you know? We don't need steel to get up this high. They used to build buildings this high, even without Gothic architecture and all the arches and stuff. We can do it.